Greetings everyone at Our Pagan Opinions. This is Kara for Thursday, talking about hexes, curses, all that creepy stuff. Okay, what are my thoughts on hexes, curses, and have I ever done one? Would I ever do one? I'm going to just come right out and say it. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And not because I'm afraid. No, because I think it's pathetic, honestly. And I feel sorry for anyone who wastes their precious energy worrying and bothering with this stuff. Primarily, I think that the stuff is false in many, many ways. Let me explain. Hang in here with me. Those of you who may have worked with this stuff are probably like, no, it's not, it's real. Those of you who may have felt the effects of such stuff are like, no, it's not, it's real. Okay, this is where I'm coming from. I think that if somebody has really weak energy, and I use that cautiously because, I don't want to offend people by saying weak energy, but seriously, if someone is disconnected with their self, with their center, if someone is uncentered, if someone is prone to negativity, self-loathing, self-mutilation, psychically, physically, what have you, and there's plenty of people out there like that. If someone is drawn to or affected by negative things, negative words, negative people, in a negative way, then the idea or the concept of cursing, hexing could definitely, I see, affect them. Sure, because I think you have to believe in a curse or a hex for it to work. At least your subconscious has to believe in it. Maybe you're just like, oh, that stuff doesn't work, but somewhere deep down in there you're a little worried. Then it can work because the subconscious and the mind is your most powerful tool. Your mind is the most powerful, magical tool that you have. So if you are allowing a curse or a hex energy into your energy, into your mind, your subconscious at all, on any level, then you're allowing that in. Then it's real for you. Then sure, you can be affected. Someone who would perform a curse or a hex using that energy, firstly, I think that no matter what, the person is generating negative energy in their own energy field. If you're putting out a curse or a hex, if you're putting out energy, focusing it in a negative, ill-intended manner, you're putting that vibration out into the energy vortex of the universe. You're taking a pebble of energy, and if it's a pebble of love or it's a pebble of hate, if it's a pebble of healing or if it's a pebble of hurting, it's the same weight. It's a pebble. It drops into the water, and ripples then fall and flow outward from that pebble, and they go into eternity, infinity. So that person who is performing a hex or a curse or whatever is only creating that circle and that web to surround themselves. So that's why I think it's a waste of time. I think it's a waste of powerful energy, and people who dabble in it, I feel sorry for them because they're just perpetuating their own shit. And even if they might want to try to put a little protective bubble around them and then do a hex or a curse, it doesn't work like that, even though you may think it does, because it's coming from within you. The negativity, the hexing, the revenge, the whatever is coming from within you. So you can't necessarily protect yourself from what is already inside this bubble. And it's blatantly obvious because people who would perform this have a negative, seedy type of festering type of energy about them, because otherwise why would they perform this kind of energy magic thing? So I think it's all self-perpetuating, and negativity begets negativity. It comes from somewhere. You don't take light, and darkness doesn't come from light. It's like I don't know. So that's my thoughts on hexing in that way. Now, if you're a strong person, if you are somebody, let me paint an example, okay? When I say strong or weak, and it goes hand in hand, okay, because again, it's the mind, it's our energy field, so this can be applied magically, physically. If you're walking into a room, a crowd of people, and say you're the type of person who is affected. You walk into a room and you're nervous. Oh God, what are they thinking about me? Oh God, oh, that person over there just gave me a dirty look. Oh, and it affects your energy and you feel your core kind of sink in, or you feel yourself get shy or inhibited because you're worried or you feel what other people may think. Perhaps you're really empathetic and you feel that negative energy and it affects you in a negative way. If that is the kind of stuff that affects you, then you don't have a strong center. You don't have a strong core and aura emanating from you. You are allowing things to come in. Now, of course, you can be empathetic and go, well, I can't help it. I'm empathetic and I feel this. Yeah, you can feel things. But if it affects you and you actually walk into a room and feel worse than you did before you walked in, then you've allowed that negative energy to overpower your power. If you're in that place within yourself, then I think you're more susceptible to the hexing and the cursing energy, because all it is negative energy. All it is somebody directing negative energy towards you. So, even if it's out of self-defense, even if this person is hexing or cursing somebody out of self-defense for themselves, instead of just protecting themselves, being on the defense rather than the offense, it's still negative energy. If you're in a car and someone's trying to come at you and you're just trying to swerve out of the way and create a bubble around you, that's defensive. If you're in a car and someone swerves in your lane and you're like, hey motherfucker, and you try and get in their lane and swerve back, that's offensive. And you're taking that negative energy and you're raw and you're directing it, even if it wasn't your fault at first. So this is where I sit with hexing and cursing. I don't think that it can affect somebody who has a strong mind and doesn't believe in it. I don't think the most powerful voodoo, high priestess, anything, god, goddess of the Satan worship underground themselves, I don't even care, whatever. I don't think the most powerful witch on the planet has the power to hex or curse or affect anybody negatively if that person has their power and is in their own center and is powerful and is centered and balanced and is unmovable. There is no negative power in the world that can affect somebody who is centered, balanced, owns their power, and doesn't let any negative forces affect them. Is just a reflector. Bing, 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 reflects that shit right off. So then hexes are invalid, curses are invalid, and therefore curses don't exist to this person who is powerful in their own skin, in their own energy. They don't exist. And that's how I feel. I don't believe in them. I don't think or believe that anybody has the power to do anything to me that I don't let them do. So, there you have it. That's my thoughts on curses, hexes, and all that spooky stuff. So, yeah, if you meddle with that, I'm sorry, and good luck to you. But, yeah, otherwise, blessed be, and have a wonderful week, and I will see you again next Thursday. Bye.